Seasons 1 and 2 had gold episodes that really left an impact as far as entertainment goes, but Season 3 gave us the first platinum of the show. When I give an episode a platinum, it means the episode wasn't just good, but it touched on my emotions in all the right ways, while keeping the plot logically sound and all the trolls in character. That episode is called Fluffleberry Quest. When I did my top 10 best Trolls the Bee Goes On episodes, Fluffleberry Quest was number 1 on the list, for doing things I never expected this show to do. I explained what the episode did again in my best, worst, most favorite, and least favorite Trolls the Bee Goes On episodes for each season, when I declared it my favorite episode of Season 3. I still believe that it is my favorite episode of Season 3 easily. It's up there with Gem Day, Bye Bye Bunker, and New Anthem. How? Let's find out. Collaborating with me, we have Delphi Lily.
Hey everybody, I'm Delphin. Dolphin? I'm a dolphin! Just kidding. Here I am doing a collab with the coolest guy ever.
Anyway, this episode starts out with beautiful music and a look at Troll Village before the giant snack pack Eat It, as it's revealed to be a miniature cake.
First of all, I just love the way they begin the episode. One of my favorite things about Trolls the Beat Goes On is the beginning of the episodes. They always do it amazingly. It's like the snack packs eating Pop Village, but after you see that, it's just the cake. I love these funny moments in the show.
I agree. The beginning of the episodes always leave a strong impression on the audience, especially the younger kids. The beginning of this episode knew how to subvert the audience's expectations and give us a false sense of security. It adds to the humor, so that when the emotional moments happen, they hit really hard. Branch goes on to talk about his grandma's Fluffleberry cake, saying that once a week they'd head to the market, to which afterwards his grandma would serve him the same slice of cake. We get a hilarious joke with Guy Diamond playing the harp as we finally get into the plot of the episode. Branch explains that his grandma never wrote down the recipe, and that he only has the last piece.
It's so emotional and beautiful that he tries his hardest not to eat the last piece, just to have something to remember his grandma. It makes me a little sad.
Yeah, it's definitely emotional to talk about Branch's grandma again, as well as the fact that Branch does have something to remember about his grandma. A lot of people may think it's just a cake. Well, here's the thing. Imagine the food on a specific show you liked, a movie you liked, an anime you liked. You'd never be able to get it despite how delicious it looks. Also, consider the facts. The recipe was not written down, meaning Branch can't make some for himself. This is all about remembering his grandma and allowing Branch's friends to listen and understand what's going on. It also gives us more development to Branch's character, knowing that his grandma used to do things for him, and that there were moments where he and his grandma bonded, which makes the fact that she's gone even more sad. Also, remember that Poppy and her friends do all of this because they love him and want to do that for Branch, and not for some other reason that makes them sound like they're selfish. Other episodes have had these moments where the characters do stupid things because they have some ulterior motive. Here, though, there is no selfishness. Everybody's in character all the way through, even Branch himself. After Branch leaves to stare at the cake, yes, really, Poppy and the rest decide to make him another one. Remember that by stealing the original cake in his home, converting the recipe, and going through with the baking process. There's a funny line from Smidge as the board is revealed, and the way they steal the cake is awesome.
It's just, troll style.
I love the song they sing. The harmony at the beginning is amazing. The only thing I don't like at the beginning is the pop sound they use for the P at the end. You know, the stupid sound. As a man in choir, I know that you can emphasize the P without making a popping sound. You can do it like P, but you do it like you're sneaking a breath. It's not easy to do, but you can do it. They go on with the song, and I'm okay with that, because the lyrics are strong and touching, and can very well relate to Poppy and Branch. I mean, listen to the lyrics for a second.
If you're down in the dumps, I'll lift you up. If you're down on your luck, I'ma show you love. When your world is upside down, I will help you find the ground. 'Cause that's just what we do. You get me, I get you.
And it keeps going. Guy Diamond and Smidge get the combination, even when it's pretty clear that Branch typed a specific sequence in the flashback. They get the cake and scan it.
Okay, seriously?
I love that moment. They start to make the cake in jokes that I absolutely love, like the whole bake at 100 degrees, check that, 1000 degrees, joke, and they make the cake. When they eat it, they find that it's completely awful. Odd. Branch's grandmother makes horrible food, or it could be from the fact that it was left in for so long, and it smells. Or that there could be mold in it, especially since lots of foods expire. The only one that doesn't expire is honey. We get a bunch of amazing jokes with the snack pack trying to get the taste out of their mouths. They wonder what they did wrong, and Smidge points out that there was something on the back that they missed. A plush room. Through the twins' cookbook, they find out that the plush room is a rare plant that grows in one specific mountain, called Slippery Slope. Wait a minute, Slippery Slope? I just got it. Let me guess, they're gonna go up the mountain.
Well, that's it then. As much as I wanted Branch to taste Fluffleberry cake again, Slippery Slope is too risky.
Holy crap, a cliche broken just like that. Normally in stories like this, you'd see the snack pack decide to head up the mountain and finish the recipe and wouldn't care about the repercussions, like someone getting hurt or even a risk of death. Here, they acknowledge that, making for a really mature moment. Poppy decides she wants to slip the cake back into Branch's bunker, but trips on a welding mask, allowing the cake to fall near the burning plant. After a breath from the others, the cake is on the area of the burning plant, and the cake gets heated to ashes. The breath joke is hilarious, by the way, because it's so stupid, but it's charming. Kids' movies and shows need to understand this. There is a difference between charming stupid and annoying stupid.
When she puts her life in danger to get plush rooms, I wished I could have her as a friend. I guess everybody felt the same way.
Yeah, it was definitely emotional when that happened. Think about this for a solid minute. If Poppy dropped the cake and the cake was ruined, instead of the joke we got, it would have been a sad moment because there could have been a moment where Poppy thought that she was the reason Branch lost the last memory of his grandma and would blame herself and think that she's a failure. They could have done it too. Royal Review makes it clear that she doesn't like seeing herself as a failure, and Trolls World Tour goes into detail about the fact that Poppy wants to be a good queen to her kingdom. After that moment happens, she decides to head up towards Slippery Slope, and her friends tell her it's too dangerous, with a funny joke from Smidge, of course. And then we get my first favorite moment of the entire episode.
Which is why I've never asked any of you to come. But I wouldn't be the best friend I could possibly be to Branch if I didn't at least try to get that plush room for him.
That moment right there single-handedly made the episode beautiful in one way. Poppy's legitimately saying she'd risk getting hurt or even death just to get the plush room for Branch's cake. If that's not true love, I don't know what is. This kind of behavior reminds me of movie Poppy, where she was determined to help Branch in any way she could. If an episode reminds me of the movie version of the Trolls we know and love, you're going in the right direction. Remember these facts. Slippery Slope is, a slippery slope, so it'd take her a long time to get up the mountain, because they never specifically clarified how high up the mountain was. Poppy isn't insisting that anyone should go with her, meaning she plans on doing this by herself, because she doesn't want anyone else to get hurt. This indicates that if she falls or gets hurt, or is even at risk of death, nobody would be at her aid to save her. They'd know she went up the mountain, but they'd have no idea where she fell. Everyone is so moved by what Poppy said that they decide to come with her. To me, also, the fact that her friends go along too and risk their lives as well shows how much everybody cares about each other and Branch, making the stakes even higher when it comes to getting the plush room. They head up the mountain, and we get some comedic names for each of the obstacles they have to go through. Banana Peel Bluff, Pratt Falls, lol, and Soap Sud Summit. They find the plush room, and Poppy ziplines in. She almost gets the plush room, but the mountain's about to blow to the point where a big bubble arises, and Cooper pops it because, lol, he's stupid.
Let me tell you that I wanted to kill Cooper when he did that thing. Leave me alone with him for only 5 minutes.
Okay.
6.5 hours later.
You done?
Yes.
Okay, so the bubble pops and Poppy falls until Branch saves her, to which he reveals that he had a tracking device in the cake, which makes me question why he didn't notice it earlier. Also, could that be another reason as to why the cake was gross? Because it had a tracking device in it? We get an actually funny cutaway, and Poppy tries to get the plush room, to which Branch objects, and Cooper says that she should get it. Hey, he's still in character, don't look into it. And then we get the best part of the whole episode. Easily.
Poppy, please! I can live without the cake. I can't live without my best friend.
I almost had a heart attack. Words can't describe how much I loved that moment and how much I screamed while having my pillow pushing into my face.
Yeah, that was definitely a moment that took me aback. When you find out how special that line is, it's more special than anything we've seen thus far. Trolls may have had true colors, but that was based on an actual song. Seasons 1 and 2 had good moments, but never any emotional moments like this. For Branch to confess that he can live without the last memory of his grandma, and that he can't live without Poppy, was a true love that I'd see in the first movie and the holiday special. This moment is truly special. How much Poppy and Branch are devoted to each other and are willing to sacrifice for each other is what makes this episode a platinum. Poppy looks up, smiling by the way. She climbs up and hugs Branch. Everyone cheers, and Poppy thanks Branch for saving her.
And the fact that Brep is confirmed in the second movie makes that scene even better.
Yeah. Character development like this makes a show emotional and allows the audience to get invested in these two, and where everything could go from here. The best part of this is that it's not bashing you over the head with the emotion forcing you to feel something. They legitimately want you to feel happy for that moment, and feel happy for Poppy and Branch.
I don't want to talk about ending. I was just laughing for a whole 10 minutes after watching it.
Then I will. We get our twist. It turns out that the plush room wasn't in the cake, and that plush room was the plate's material, meaning they made the cake correctly. Branch eats the cake while everyone reviles in horror. Odd. You know what would be interesting? If Poppy and the rest described what they thought the cake tasted like, and then Branch explained what he thought the cake tasted like. We would have gotten some funny comedy, and even a reason as to why the others hate the cake. And that was Fluffleberry Quest, the best episode of Season 3. The emotional scenes make the episode amazing, and truly makes it something that I never expected, and something unique as well as special. Even without the emotional moments in this episode, I would have still liked this episode, and called it my favorite of Season 3, because the humor is legitimately hilarious and charming. Everybody is in character the whole time. The logic is sound, for the most part. The visuals are beautiful, and the plot is relatively simple as well as complex. A beautiful combination that kids should experience in any entertainment. Because of episodes like Fluffleberry Quest, truly amazing episodes like New Anthem and Gem Day and Bye Bye Bunker were made, and did the same thing with a lot more passion and tact. Who knew Beat Goes On could pull some amazing moments, and help me love trolls more than I already do. Thanks for collaborating with me, Delphi. It was a fun experience with you here, and it gives me plenty of insight as to how a fan would react to this episode, as well as the fact that you and I both love the episode for the same reasons.
Is it the end? I was having so much fun. I guess I'll go watch the episode one more time.
And thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!